mentioned that there are 5 keys to success before building your software. Is that sort of what? So, can you tell us about that? What is it you mentioned on your website that there's 5 keys to success before you start building your software? Can you remember what that is?
Yeah, absolutely. And so we've kind of distilled it down into more of a 4 key factors now. But basically, the idea is that if you're smart about your teams, your tools, your process, and your features, you'll be able to accomplish the affordable, predictable goal we have. And so the way we do that, I've already mentioned the team. We have a smartly distributed team. We get economies of scales on our most expensive resources. We're able to provide like high quality, affordable developers that are, managed in the U.S. And you get the high end architecture and design when you need it, but only when you need it. Tools, we've really, I probably should send Mark Zuckerberg some money because we've done a whole lot with his Facebook's framework called React. My second book was actually on React. It's a toolkit that allows you with one programming language to be able to write apps for web applications, mobile applications, backend systems. You can do pretty much anything with it. You can even store data using a native, it's called JSON, which is a JavaScript format. So what that allowed us to do strategically is like if you normally are going to build, say mobile apps, for example, you need different engineers for iOS and for Android. And then if you're going to do web, you need different engineers for web. And then if you have your team gets bigger, you have to quality assurance across all those teams, project management across all those teams. Your cost goes dramatically up. Well, with us using the React framework, we were able to take a small team of 5 developers, write mobile apps, backend systems, all this kind of stuff. So it really allowed us strategically to do a lot for our customers without having all these specialized folks that we have to try and keep busy. And then we talked a lot about process, and that's just basically making sure that you do update your process whenever something goes wrong, and it'll get better. And then the last one, the features, is the easiest way to kind of bring this into pictures. If you ever watch the shows, my wife loves watching them, where they go and they want to buy these houses, and they'll go to the real estate agent and they're like, these are our must-haves. And the real estate agent's like, okay, fine, I got one like that. And they take them to the house and they show it to him. And they're like, yeah, this checks all the boxes. And they're like, okay, it's $2 million. And they're like, well, our budget's $500,000. They're like, all right, let us show you the $500,000 house. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what do you really need? What can you really afford? It's the question. And so software is incredibly expensive to build. Even the way we do it, it can be very expensive. And so what you really want to do is make sure that you just build the absolute simplest thing you can do and get it out in front of your users and customers as early as possible. And that just involves a lot. Like the folks who have the vision and have the passion, they're going to want to make that thing so nice. It's going to have so many bells and whistles, and so really the part there is really us having frank conversations with the clients and just saying, look, do you really need this? You really need that? And we kind of have to do sometimes what they do on those shows and just kind of do the estimate for everything. And they're like, oh my God. And you're like, well, do you sure you need real-time data? Is it okay if like we update it every, 5 minutes? And they're like, yeah, we could update it every 5 minutes. It's like, well, that knocks off about, and so sometimes you have to let the numbers talk sometimes.
Yeah.